Hello, Tuan.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. How's work? How's work from home?
Anything okay?
Everything's okay. Very good.
Yes.
Did you already eat dinner?
Yes, yes, yes.
What did you have in?
What?
What did you have in? What did you eat?
Haven't. It's fish meal
Mm.
with rice and um, vegetable.
Okay. It's a must. It's a must. In order for us to take care of ourselves, we have to eat vegetables. Anyway. Yeah, oh, by the way, before I continue, I would like to greet Happy Independence Day to Vietnam, to all of you
Yes,
people in Vietnam. Happy Independence
yes,
Day tomorrow. You
yes.
still have to work tomorrow? It's a holiday, right?
No, but
Unfortunately.
break time. Yes,
Yeah,
we
free
have.
time. So enjoy time with your family. There's no classes
Yes,
tomorrow, so you can stay late at night.
yes.
Okay. Anyway, let me just share my screen with you so we can proceed with our lesson. All right, here we go. All right. If you can see it, let me just pull it down here a bit. Oops. There you go. And where is the other one? There. Okay. So this is a continuation of what we learned from yesterday. Yesterday
Yes,
we talked about reading, number one.
great.
Okay.
Yes,
And it still talked about cultures. What might have actually, how you do it in Vietnam might actually be different on how you do it in the Philippines. What are the things that we remember? Like, for example, this means okay. All right? This means okay. In the United States or in the UK, when you say this, oh, it's okay, it's okay. But when you go to Brazil, you don't do this. This is like for them, it's obscene. It's a no no. If you go to Japan, this means money. All right, so it has a different, or it has different meanings by itself. So that's what we call, or that's what we talk about in cultures. Now, please read again or please read our bullets or targets for today.
yes. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can,
Yes,
please
I'm
read.
reading it.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Learn new word related to the topic culture.
Okay.
Practice reading apprehension.
Mm-hmm.
This, this discuss the topic uh, raised in the reading.
Very good. Very good reading, and thank you so much. Learn new words related to the topic culture. So when every time that we learn new words, our vocabulary improves. It gets added to our word library, so to speak, and it expands our vocabulary. Practice reading apprehension. When we practice reading, you practice pronunciation. And discuss the topic raised in the reading. Whatever we read, we're going to discuss it. And when we do question and answers, it improves your sentence construction, your understanding of the language. So basically, it makes you much more fluent. So let's go ahead and work on this. All right. Blank refers to the ability to understand, communicate, and effectively interact a people with people across cultures. You still remember this? Blank refers to the ability to understand, communicate, and effectively interact with people across cultures.
Across culture
Mm-hmm.
skills.
Sorry, what's your answer?
Across cultures
Cross
skills. Cultural skills.
cultural skills. All right. How about the next one? Blank refers to understanding the differences between themselves and the people from other countries or other backgrounds, especially differences in attitudes and values.
Mm, cultural
Cultural
culture cultural awareness.
cultural awareness. Very good. How about the number the next one? refers to the acquisition of in-depth knowledge and understanding of international issues, an appreciation of an ability and ability to learn and work with people from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds, proficiency in a foreign language, and skills to function. What do you think is
Mm,
this?
global
Global,
com, compet, competence.
global competence. Very good. Okay.
Competence.
Oh, another one. Next one. Blank refers to a country where a company that is based in another country has business activities.
House country.
Host country. Say host country.
Host country.
Very good. Next one. The set of rules or customs that control accepted behavior in particular social groups or social situations.
Pro bro bro local
Sorry, what's that again?
bro bro local.
Pro local?
Yes.
Okay, let's check if it's pro local.
Yes.
Protocol. It is actually protocol. Say protocol.
Protocol.
Very good.
Protocol.
Mm-hmm. Next one.
Protocol.
Okay. Refers to the system of rules and acceptable behavior used at official ceremonies and occasions.
Ceremonies.
Sorry, what was that?
Ceremony.
Ceremonies. This is the word ceremonies. Refers to the system of rules, acceptable and acceptable behavior used at official ceremonies and occasions.
Sorry. I forget.
Okay, let's check. It is host country etiquette.
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 Okay. The other one is host country. All right. Refers to a sign of something existing or happening.
Signs of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Manifest.
Manifest. Let's check.
Yes.
Manifestation.
Manifestation.
Yes.
Manifestation.
Refers to a company that gives advice on a particular subject.
Companies give okay. Consultancy.
Consultant.
Consultancy.
Consultancy. And consultants are the people who gives, you know, consults basically, or gives advice. Lastly, refers to the training designed to fit specific needs.
Tailor. Tailor is tailor training.
Tailor fit. It's like
Training.
also tailor fit or tailored training. Sometimes
Tailored
in the
training.
U.S. we call it tailor fit training. All right, let's continue. So let's practice reading. Reading number 1. Standard Bank overcomes culture shock. All right, would you please read?
Yes. It is increasingly it is increasingly common
Mm-hmm.
for multinational business to send employees on international assignments, but without the right cross-cultural fire skills. Staff will often struggle when building
Mm-hmm.
and
Very good.
learning and development at Standard Bank discusses the impact that cultural chal- challenges can
Mm-hmm.
have on employees when relocating to another country.
Very
In
good.
order to be successfully transferred, employees must understand the host country culture. He argues.
Argues. Say argues.
Argues.
And employees.
employees.
Very good. So it says here that if you're to go to a different country, let's say that your boss says, okay, Tuan, I want you to go to the Philippines. I want you to establish a branch there. So we're expanding. One of the things that you have to work out is is to develop cross-cultural skills. So therefore, of course, that's actually what what people commonly have as a struggle when they go to a different country. So basically, it says here, Wayne Millen, head of learning and development department at Standard Bank, says that the impact that the cultural challenges can have on employees are, of course, relocating to a different country. They have to adjust. Food. We've already discussed this before. Food, cultures, language. So there's a lot of things to consider. Very good. Next. Oh, let me just. All right, here. Okay, please read.
Yes, colleagues from different countries fitting might share similar professional knowledge and skills within a single international organization,
Mm-hmm.
but their ways of working, social skill, body language, and ways of doing trendy business are likely to be completely different.
Mm-hmm.
They may have different patterns of
Patterns.
behavior, which need to be understood and appreciated in order for everyone to work together successfully. For example,
Mm-hmm.
while it may be it may
Acceptable.
be acceptable for Chinese office workers in Hong Kong
Mm-hmm.
to use the door close button on a lift, no matter how many people are also getting in. Doing such a thing in London would make people extremely angry.
True. That is
It,
true.
it is common uh, for South Africans to ask personal questions of their counterparts shortly after being introduced,
Mm-hmm.
while a 35 politically may perceive this as impolite and
Mm-hmm.
inappropriate.
Very good.
Latin Americans' need for personal space is much less than that of their British colleagues. 40 global companies should never underestimate the effect that culture can have on international assessments. Culture awareness is much more than simply knowing 50 about a country's history and geography.
Mm-hmm.
It's about understanding how and why culture work differently. It's also important to understand their own cultural makeup in order 50 to work more effectively, maximize teamwork and
Strengthen.
strengthen global competence.
Okay.
competence.
Okay. Rest for a while. That's a long read. All right. Let's review this word. Okay. This is the word inappropriate. Okay. I dissect it like this. I put it into syllables. In, app, or app, pro, pre, yate. This is how I make the last syllable sound. In, app, pro, pre, yate. It's like yay. It's like that. Inappropriate.
Yay, yay.
Yes.
Inappropriate.
Very good. All right. Next word is, where is that again? Geography. G, yaw, gra, fee. Okay. Can you try this?
These these are graphies. These are graphies.
Geography. Very good.
These are
You
graphies.
don't say geography, you say
Yes.
geography. All right. So basically, what does this paragraph mean? It means to say that again, cultures has a big impact when it comes to work if you are going to work abroad. Like say for example, this one. For example, while it may be acceptable for Chinese office workers in Hong Kong to use the door close button on a lift, no matter how many people are also getting in, doing such a thing in London would make people extremely angry. Why? It's like rude. It's like this. Let's say that I'm the only one that is inside the lift, okay? And let's say that, I'm in a hurry. I need to be in the office by 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh no, 9 o'clock. The usual time for people to go in the office in Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan, it's 9 o'clock. So let's say I need to be in the office at that time. And let's say that you're running to go to the lift. I can simply press the button, the close button. I'm not gonna let you in. That's okay. That's accepted in their culture. But you take it in the UK, you take it in the US, that is considered as rude. Because as long as, people can fit in the lift, you have to let them in. So you see how different it is. Another example. It's common for South Africans to ask personal questions about their counterparts shortly after being introduced. Like, say for example, like we just met each other. Okay, and say, "Hi, my name is Gian Carlo Obispo," and you say, "Hi, my name is Ngọc Thuan." All right, hi, nice to meet you. All right, we're not supposed to ask, "Hey, how old are you? What are you doing? How many kids do you have?" Those are personal questions. What's your birthday? What's your favorite color? You don't normally ask that. But in South Africans, if you're a South African, it's normal in their culture to ask those. All right? Let's check another one. Latin Americans need personal space much less than of their British colleagues. Latin Americans. What are Latin Americans? Like Mexico, South Americans, Colombia, Chile, they are Latin Americans. They are much more into like privacy. They don't want you to meddling with their private life that much. So that's basically it. It depends on where you are from. That's cultural differences at its best. Let's continue with the next one. Standard bank groups or group operates.
Mm. The Standard Bank Group operated in 38 different countries and 55 its London office alone has 56 nationalities.
Mm-hmm.
This wide range of nationality needs to communicate
Mm-hmm.
it effectively in order to work as one team. Um, the bank recognized that in city order to harmonize
Harmonized
work,
best. Mm-hmm.
working practices within its culturally diverse office
Diverse.
diverse office. It needed to provide foreign workers with a meaningful understanding of Reddit business culture and communication city styles. It also needed to offer practical support which allowed employees
Mm-hmm.
to cope with the challenges of living and working in an unfamiliar environment.
Environment. Very good.
Their reaction to day-to-day issues, 70 such as the weather,
Mm-hmm.
public transport, and social
Etiquette.
etiquette,
Etiquette.
etiquette,
Uh-huh.
etiquette are often the most visible manifestations of cultural shock.
Mm-hmm.
The Tent Bank has engaged, communicate,
Communicate. Very good.
yes, European culture and 75 communications consultancy to design a tailored training solution, which introduces, which introduces
Introduces.
delegates to sum up the key culture differences that they are likely to find in the UK.
Okay, let's go back to a couple of words. Say delegates.
Delegate, delegate,
Sometimes we say delegates or delegates. It's actually delegates. Delegates.
delegate,
All right.
del-
What else? Etiquette.
etiquette, etiquette,
Okay. Oh, sorry.
etiquette,
Wrong spelling. Etiquette.
etiquette,
Yes, etiquette. All right.
etiquette.
This one I can personally understand because when I was still working with the previous company that I've been with, uh I worked as a communications and culture trainer. So I train Filipinos on when it comes to English and of course the culture of the people in the United States and in Canada. It doesn't mean that you're in one country or one big piece of land. That means that you're already the same. Like for example, what's the difference between the West Coast and the East Coast? All right, majority when you say East Coast, it always refers to the capital of the East, which is New York. In New York, people are very are on a very fast pace of living. They talk fast, they walk fast. Everything seems to be fast. Everything is like in a hurry. Like for example, if you want to meet with your friend, you have to have it scheduled. That's one of their cultures. But in the western the western of the I mean the United States of America, like particularly in California, everybody's laid back. Everybody's like relaxed. You can talk to them as slow as you can. That's why most according to statistics, most of the Asian neighbors, us Asians, would actually prefer to live in California. Number one is the weather. Number two is that culturally it is more diverse and it's laid back. So, like for example here, Standard Bank has engaged Communicate. Communicate is in charge of their European culture and communications skills consultancy. Perhaps there are the people who are in charge of training, their, employees. How is it when it comes to European culture and communications? So basically that's it. Let's go ahead and move on. There. Follow-up questions. Read the text and decide whether the following statements are true, false, or not mentioned. All right. Number one, understanding the culture of the country you are living in. Is it true, false, or not mentioned?
True,
True. Number two, asking British colleagues personal questions when you meet them. True, false, not mentioned.
false, false.
False, because you don't do that. They don't like it. All right. Maybe South Africans do. All right. Number three, hiring staff who are flexible and tolerant.
Not mentioned.
Not mentioned. Number four, providing staff with practical support.
True, true.
True. Of course, it is needed. If you know for yourself that you are not well versed with the other country's culture, then you should have at least practical support, at least heads up knowledge of, hey, this is how it goes in that country. That's their culture. Number five, looking at the role of the spouse, the husband or wife, in the selection of what's this? Candidates for overseas postings.
Not mentioned.
Not mentioned. As far as I can remember, I don't remember this sentence. Anyway, I don't remember this sentence ever being noticed. All right, let's go reading again. Chinese business protocol and etiquette. We'll learn a lot from this. Start with greetings, then business cards, gift giving, and entertaining at home. Go.
Chinese business protocol and etiquette.
Mhm.
Greetings. You must greet the oldest person first.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be uh, sorry, speech
Serious?
ser- serious all the time.
Yes.
The Chinese have great sense of humor.
Yes.
You should be ready to laugh at yourself sometimes. You mustn't move to a first name basis until advanced to. You should address the person by an ho-
Honorific.
mm,
Honor.
honorific title and their surname.
Okay, stop. Let's pause for a bit. We're both Asians. You're Vietnamese, I'm Filipino. We both come from Asia. China is our neighbor. It's in the north of our countries. So let me ask you this: is it the same with Vietnamese people? You must greet the oldest person first.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No, not
No.
necessarily.
Yes.
Okay.
The achievement of the stress the level.
Ha. Okay. Well,
Yes.
here in the Philippines, like for example, if I'll be going to, a different house, whoever, of course, I see first, I will greet. If that person will introduce his family, then I'll greet them. Not necessarily need to have a succession or in proper order. How about the second bullet? You don't have to be serious all the time. The Chinese have a great sense of humor. You should be ready to laugh at yourself sometimes. Is this also the same with Vietnamese people?
What?
You don't have to be serious all the time. The Chinese have great sense of humor. You should be ready to laugh at yourself sometimes. Is this the same with the Vietnamese people?
Yes.
You don't have to be
Understand.
serious, yeah, because you joke also, right? Okay. How about the third one? You mustn't move to a first name basis until advised to. You should address the person by an honorific title and their surname. First name is like this. Your name is Lingok Thuận.
Yes. Name Thuận.
Okay, yeah, Thuận. Okay. If you'll go to the United States, your first name, they call it first name, is Thuận.
Yes.
Ngọc,
Lê.
and then Lê. Lê is your
First,
family name. No, it's going to be like this.
yes.
See,
First name is
Lingok
Ngọc.
Thuận if you're in Vietnam, but if you'll go to the United States, your first name will be Lee. Sorry, Thuận. Thuận and then
Thuận.
Ngọc. Your family name is your last name. So there's like confusion, right? Yeah, that's how it is. All right. Let's go ahead. Is this the same with Vietnam or with Vietnamese people? If you just knew them, you shouldn't call them with like their given name. You should call them by their family name first. Is that the same?
Yes.
Or yeah, yes or no?
What?
Third bullet. Third bullet. You mustn't move to a first name basis until advised to. You should address the person by an honorific title and their surname. Is this the same with Vietnamese people?
Yes. The same honored title,
Mm-hmm.
but not surname. Not surname.
So not
And
it doesn't need to be like, okay, I'm gonna call you Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee. It's not necessary. I can call you Tuan, right? Okay. All
okay.
right. All right. Unfortunately, it's 11:02. All right. I guess we will continue this not tomorrow because tomorrow is a holiday. We don't have classes tomorrow. We'll continue this
Yes.
on Thursday. All right. So, do you have any questions so far?
Yes. Okay. No question.
Okay. Then, good night. Thank you very much for attending your class. It's nice seeing you again, Mr. Tuan. And enjoy your holiday tomorrow. Okay? Enjoy your time with your
Thank you.
family.
Thank
All
you
right?
very much.
You're welcome. And again, happy Independence Day to all of the Vietnamese people. Goodbye, sir.
Yes. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you.